be obvious that I probably haven't had a whole lot of sleep this last night. My alarms went off at the usual time. So I'm up and moving, and what am I on? Who is this? Enclave, Volcourt X Enclave 2017. I think I'm still on something supposed to be like the chill hot music I exited on last night. Anyways, I've been up long enough to see that I've actually already gone through and finished the catalyzing and finished the enhancement boosting. And I've actually done so for all three builds for Ethan. So she's it's ready to go as she can, she can be from this point. It's working on badges, working on accolades. And at least the thing is, badges and accolades and incarnate powers will be shared across the build, so uh, as you may be able to see, I am currently on the Darkest Night build. No real particular reason to be on it other from the others. Uh, I don't think we've done a badge run in this zone with her, so we'll get that out of the way. This should be her first ITF. There's a badge. Should be a badge right down here. I may have already gotten it just running around earlier. Yep, no, there it is. Zoom across. Got the badge up top. Got that badge. Here's the badge. Sentries. Badge. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that was all of our badges. Yep, history in the making. We don't actually get a whole lot of mag protection. We're kind of low on that, so I got to keep that in mind when we get to the Rami fight. I'm still going to have to get out of the way. But I do pick up run and jump speed from this, and I do pick up uh, sonic damage resistance, which is nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, Romulus can in fact stun this character. She does have low mag protection. Theoretically, you can double stack that protection if you get the recharge rate high enough on Guji and Ren. Obviously, I didn't double stack it. Didn't even get close to double stacking it. But it's one of those, I'm not really so worried about the anti-mez, because she is soft cap duty positional defenses. We'll see whether or not those soft caps hold up once I start attacking. So her protections aren't that great. Because of combat jumping, I'm actually doing really good on immobilize protection. I'm doing really good on confused protection. I am not doing so great on knockback protection, but I do have knockback resist, a lot of knockback resist, so I probably don't need that much knock protection. Okay. Alright, we're going to swap those two. I'm really thinking about going Vigor with her, because the endurance consumption is a... If I go with the recharge like agility, that does bring Kuji and Ren around a little more often, which could be beneficial. And I may realign. Okay, so the stunning shot has a recharge time of 3 something. Where's that one Sybil? Is she up here or is she back down there? Well, she's not down here. It doesn't look like. Not there. Oh, yes, me. This may go poorly. I'm not sure which. Yes, me. do seem to have some pretty good immediate mitigation to mobs around me between the uh, knockback to knockdown and explosive arrow, the avalanche proc, and what was that? Engulfing darkness. So I'm pretty reliably putting enemies on their butts. Which buys me a few seconds. Okay. I mean, it sounds nice, but I gotta get something to wake up. Uh, We're missing us. There you are. Okay. Alright, there's new releases. Low plus Rameses. Departure. No idea how this is gonna go. Skillet's got a new album. I don't know how the Brute's gonna want to play this. if I can look it up real quickly. Rain of Arrows has a doesn't actually tell me what the target cap is. Where is the bird? There it is. Alright, screen off for a couple seconds. And back with perhaps the most annoying Sentinel. Yes, I have a lot of Sentinels. I like that text over. I think somebody rewrote some of these. Damage bonus 34, rolling percent. Recharge rolling 11, 111. Endurance discount. Stealth radius ain't nothing to write home about. Yeah, I'm almost to hard cap on fire cold. I'm at hard cap on energy. I'm within 71% scaling resist proc. We are under soft cap to fire cold. Debuff. Good luck taking away my endurance. Good luck taking away my recharge time. Yeah. And also, this is why I'm not worried about the lower mag protections, because it's kind of average for most Sentinels. She does fine. The only thing she doesn't have is knockback resistance, so she can be sent flying. But I have 12.5 knock protection, so aside from a few arc villains, I can safely outright just protect against most knockback attacks. We're waiting on some players to join. Excuse me. In a brief moment when you realize that you're pretty much the tank on the team. I don't think the Arachnos with us is set up to hard tank. I'm pretty sure he's not set up to hard tank. That actually is a pretty good theme song for this character. Get back here, Minotaur. That was the last monster. Onwards. Okay, guys. Time to party. There's one. Good, she's using one of my builds. Alright, where'd Requiem go? What, is he here? There he is. Oh, this ought to be interesting. He's following this with Blue Style. Alright. We're gonna pause the background music for a second. I'm reading through some early, I mean, it's like 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right about now. Um, I, well, most people know by now that Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard, and most people probably also know that the deal is probably going to go through. The boards, both boards are in favor of it. There's no, due to the presence of Sony and Tencent, there actually are larger publishers, even post combined. So, from a regulatory standpoint, even if the Biden administration was capable of understanding market competitive factors and anything involving monopolies or price setting or other issues related to basic economics, even if that was the case, which it isn't, I mean, the Biden administration has shown no sign of competence in any area, not even competence in criminal fraud, which was their specialty coming out of the gate. But because of that, there are no observed legal hurdles that would prevent the absorption of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft. It's probably going to happen. Uh, there's going to be no significant opposition legal wise, and all of the financial investors, well, they really want it to happen. And they really want it to happen because Bobby Kotick is a complete monster who's probably in the assuming a congressional and senatorial change this year in the United States, there's a very strong chance that Bobby Kotick could find himself facing the rest of his life in jail for the sexual misconduct that he is engaged in. There's no way to sugarcoat that. He's a complete sexual monster, and uh, it's probably not going to surprise anyone, particularly who he has shared his exploits with. But anyways, so with all that going on, there are some industry-wide reactions going on, and one of them that I'm kind of looking at this morning as the feeds are breaking is apparently Sony, in response to Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, Sony apparently has met with Electronic Arts to discuss a purchase of Electronic Arts. Uh, Let that kind of uh, percolate for a second. Sony hasn't actually been doing very well recently. They don't actually have a lot of money in the bank. Their stock really isn't that great. Uh, we're pretty sure, okay, we are very confident that Sony have been flat out lying about the sales of PlayStation 5. we are pretty confident that from the developer response, developers who participate in Games Pass and sell games on Xbox do have a definitive list of how many units per version of Xbox that they've sold. Microsoft actually does pretty good job of breaking it down what platform this developer played that game on. Uh, and there's a lot of developers who are saying that their sale numbers for PlayStation 5 aren't tracking with the sales numbers that Sony says they're getting. Well, Sony and Microsoft counting shipped units, that is, units that were left the factory as sold units, is nothing new. They've kind of been doing this for decades. I mean, it's exactly how Microsoft once claimed that they sold more consoles than the GameCube. They counted shipped units that were shipped from the warehouse instead of sold units that had actually made it into the hands of consumers. Uh, just pro tip, the Xbox never outsold the GameCube in any market. It didn't. Microsoft flat out lied. If you weren't aware of that, well, you are now. Microsoft flat out lied. So, just given this history that both Microsoft and Sony have acted in less than legal, less than ethical manners in the past, uh, you really have to look at the developer response and what are the developers actually seeing from their end. And uh, for this generation, it really does seem like Microsoft is very far ahead in terms of developer relations, developer support, uh, publisher relations. Microsoft been firing on all cylinders. Now, if they could just get rid of the loony liberal leftist executives that are pretty dead set on going woke and going broke, uh, Microsoft could be the unstoppable juggernaut. The problem is they've got a lot of executives left over from the Gates and Ballmer eras who, well, think that pandering to the go woke mob is the way to make money. No, that's how you destroy a company. And that's kind of Sony's problem right now, is they pandered and, well, they're kind of paying the price for it. Anyways, so I'm not sure what to make of the statement that Sony can buy Electronic Arts. I don't think Sony actually has the fiscal resources on hand to do that. Uh, that's uh, that's a metric ton of cash they don't have. Uh, that's a metric ton of cash they can't get, and I can't imagine any bank looking for a return, approving the loan for Sony to buy EA. Now, that having been said, since I don't believe Sony is in a financial position to purchase Electronic Arts as a publisher, I do believe that Sony is in a position to convince a conglomerate of other publishers and developers that Sony works with, e.g., Koch Media, e.g., Embracer, to help them purchase Electronic Arts. So it would not surprise me as this day goes on to see a joint announcement from Embracer and Sony that they are jointly working together to purchase Electronic Arts, and that would put Sony and Embracer. Uh, that would make Sony a larger publisher, maybe than Tencent, maybe the largest publisher. But since it wouldn't be a direct ownership and be a side ownership, that may clear regulatory hurdles as well. So that's probably going to be the news we see breaking over the day is a combined deal between Sony and another fourth tier publisher to make a play for Electronic Arts. Now, I don't think that this will do anything other than continue the existing rivalry between Electronic Arts and Activision Blizzard, where each publisher has a uh, game for insert genre here. Battlefield will still continue to oppose Call of Duty, and whatever sports game will compete with whatever sports game, and so on and so forth. There probably won't be a lot of there probably won't be any change in the status quo as far as game production or game quality. Do I think that Microsoft's current corporate environment at Xbox can result in Activision Blizzard games becoming something you'd want to buy again? Doubt it. Most of the developers have already left, and no matter how much leeway or how much freedom or how much support you give to mediocre developers, they're only going to just be able to make Overwatch. And, well, I'm kind of enjoying watching people realize that Overwatch isn't really that good a game at all. I'm really enjoying the esports going, finally, Overwatch can die. Well, why did you support it for so long? Because it was EA Blizzard. So, I'm sorry, it was Activision Blizzard. Well, 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other. I know I've made the EA Blizzard crack in the past about the uh, lack of innovation and lack of quality between the titles. So I don't think that Microsoft as an owner to Activision Blizzard is going to do anything to improve the quality of the games. Now that being said, Microsoft being the owner of Activision Blizzard games does mean that Microsoft may be able to bring some of its own other internal developers in line who may be able to fix technical issues with Activision Blizzard games. Not going to make Diablo 3 any more fun, uh, but it may fix some of the why did it do that? Why is this not working? That Activision Blizzard games have basically become famous for it not working. I don't think it would affect World of Warcraft at all either. Uh, just World of Warcraft is City of Heroes being entirely run by fans now is more vibrant, reactive, and proactive than World of Warcraft has ever been. So take that for what you will. So that's where just kind of I realize I speared off on an immediate tangent here, but I'm just watching this news break that Sony's in talk with EA, and I'm going, Sony, you don't got the money to do that. Ryeta actually shared a picture with me in uh, text that Microsoft. This was a um, apparently some Photoshop somebody made of Twitter where Microsoft said that they were going to buy Sony. I don't think Phil Spencer is that dumb. Sony's got a huge problem with corporate rot, a corporate rot that almost makes Microsoft's corporate rot look trivial. Sony's had decades long of pretending that they're the market leader, convinced that they are the industry pioneers when they're not. They're not. So kind of keeping that in mind. I know I don't see Microsoft buying Sony, but Sony's response to attempt to make an offer for EA, uh, seeing how this shakes out over the day, could be an interesting train wreck to watch. I don't think we were running another ITF. No. Sorry, I just not enough sleep, and now I've got a runny nose to go with it. Oh joy. All right, we're going to, I guess, park her. I'm going to go find something to deal with this sneezing. And I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. Oof, it's cold. All right. I'm Aurian Archive, and I'll be back later.